Okay, so it's been a very ridiculous long time since the last video, and that was the International. Didn't really do much to it. Haven't done much to it since then. But right now I'm starting something different. I haven't forgotten about the International. I'm still going to fix it and get the motor in, all that good stuff, get it going, put it on the road. Uh, but I had an issue with my 1980 F250. I'm going ahead and rebuilding the motor, putting another transmission in it. It's 4-speed manual. Uh, so I'm just going to kind of show a few things on it, just kind of an update what's going on. So here it is, all tore apart. The motor's under there. It's going to be 347. I've got stuff still coming in for it. It's been very slow. Got to do whole exhaust, all that good stuff. Uh, well, I got to come up with a parts list of what all I need yet. But this is, well, it was my daily for a while. Just till a couple months ago, it was starting to make some sounds, and I didn't want to be stranded in it. Shop deal type of thing. And hopefully put one in here and one right over on the other side of this wall. And see, the International really just parts have been kind of hard to find, honestly, and the parts that you can find are very expensive. That's one of the reasons I decided, well, I'm just gonna tear apart my 250 and go ahead and slap it together with parts that I can find, because they still make Fords. International, it's just something cool and old, and I wanted to fix up and drive because it's freaking awesome. In case you haven't seen it, let me show you the International here real quick. Okay, so 1974 International Travelall, 4-wheel drive, 3/4 ton. It had a 4-speed manual and a 392 V8. Going back together with all those, I got the 392 and the transmission. And eventually, when I get my other vehicles where they need to be, then I'm going to fly into this thing, get it going. Because really, it's in pretty good shape, especially for a freaking International. If anybody has ever seen an International pickup or Travelall, especially Scouts, they're awful for a lot of that. This thing has got the entire back floorboard completely eaten out of it, so I gotta redo all that. Might be able to see it from underneath of it. Yeah, there's the hole to the inside. Yeah, it's gone. There's no floor back here, but I think that only starts from right about here, just behind the wheel, I think, and goes back. It's like a perfect cut off of rust, no rust. This side's still bad, but this thing's honestly in better shape than most Internationals. Especially, it really hasn't been touched. It's got a few bad spots near the windshield. Small stuff like that. No brakes at all. Need to work that out. Finding those brackets that go there that hold the booster, very, very difficult. I may end up making them. Don't know yet. But anyway, still, like I said, I'm going to get back to work on it. Just got to take care of some other stuff. And white truck, like I said, almost done with it. Probably middle of next month, which is tomorrow. Yeah, middle of September, I think, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more videos that I'll be doing on truck stuff. Mainly the two Fords I have, and I'll go ahead and give you a quick look at the 85 Ford. There it is. Runs, drives, just needs some stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to get into that thing just yet. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Probably saw the Ford tractor. Don't know what to do with that. Uh, that's pretty much a lawn ornament because I don't want to fool with it. Yeah, I got other stuff to do, so yeah, maybe someday in like, well, it's going to be a long time. If I ever do fool with that thing, it's going to be a long time before I do. Uh, but my list is hopefully this truck, red truck, then go to the International, and have a very awesome truck. It's not here. Uh, that one is a 1968 F250 with a 360 or a 390. I should have filmed it, but I didn't because I'm new to this and I don't know what people want to see anyway. But we did get it running. It's been sitting for 24-ish years, I think. 25 years, something like that. It was parked because of a rod knock, I believe. That was apparent because when it finally took off, it was hammering. But the fuel pump still worked. All I did was put a carburetor and a coil on it and a distributor cap because the old one had no. Plug wires were gone. I had to replace those. But yeah, it fired up, ran badly ish. It had a dead hole for sure, but it it was working. It was cool and weird to see that thing going like that. I wasn't sure if it was going to start. I thought it was locked up, and then it wasn't. So I just went out there one day and hooked a jump box to it just to see if it would do something, if the starter would engage. And it did, and the motor turned over halfway. So I decided, well, I'm going to go get some transmission fluid, dump in these holes, and see what happens. And what happened was it got compression back and fired up. So that's where I'm at with that one. It's probably going to be a good while before I do anything to it. I got, like I said, other stuff got to take care of. White truck is priority because this is my absolute favorite truck ever. It's fun to drive, drives good for being. I mean, if anybody knows about these and actually owns like an old Ford truck like this, you know they tend to wander. You can replace everything in the front end, they still tend to wander. This thing tracks straight as an arrow. I don't know how or why. Everything's factory on it, but it drives good. So, yep, that's that's it for that. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm not going to just do this and then not do anything for a year. I think was my last one. Yeah, not doing that anymore. But you never know what's going to happen. So, hopefully we'll see you in a week